Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to be here in the Press Theatre on the traditional territory of the Songhees Nisquamish First Nations. I'm being joined today by Minister Adrian Dix by phone in Vancouver, and Dr. Kim Chi, the Vice President and Chief Medical Officer for BC Cancer. And we're here to talk about an exciting addition to our early cancer diagnosis and treatment programs. At a time when we're dealing with the challenges of COVID-19, it's easy to forget that families right across British Columbia are grappling with cancer diagnosis. Cancer doesn't wait for global pandemics, and we know that early detection saves lives. It means more treatment options, it means faster recovery, it means better outcomes. And that is why Minister Dix and his team have been working with BC Cancer to expand cancer diagnosis programs across British Columbia, including, most recently, the announcement of regional cancer centres at the new Surrey Hospital, as well as the upgrade in Burnaby at the Burnaby Hospital. In addition to that, very exciting in both Kelowna and Victoria at BC Cancer Centres, the expansion in the state-of-the-art PET CT scanners that mean that people who need these important diagnostic services are not traveling into the Lower Mainland, are able to stay in their region, in their community, to get the diagnosis they need. And to continue on that important work, we're very happy to announce today a new lung cancer screening program, the first in Canada. This program has been needed for a long, long time. 6 British Columbians die each day from lung cancer. It's the most common cause of cancer death in Canada and worldwide. But right now, 70% of all lung cancers are diagnosed in advanced stages. Our new lung cancer screening program will establish clinics right across the province and take advantage of our existing CT technologies. Program development will begin immediately, and the program will be fully operational by the spring of 2022. Once it's up and running, these clinics will see up to 20,000 patients a year. And I want to thank BC Cancer particularly for the work that they've done to continue innovating, continue to give hope to families and individuals right across British Columbia and indeed across Canada because of the groundbreaking work being done in our province. These changes give people hope, give people opportunity to get early treatment because they got early diagnosis. And nothing's more important when you're given the call about cancer to have some hope that that diagnosis has been done early enough so that treatment regimes can be put in place to protect you, to protect your family, and indeed, at the end of the day, to save lives. This is an exciting initiative and one that I'm very, very proud of, and particularly I want to thank Dr. Kim Chi, who will be speaking in a moment, and Minister Dix for being so aggressive on this diagnostic transformation, starting here in British Columbia, and I believe will go right across the country. So I'll pass the microphone over to Minister Dix, somewhere in the Lower Mainland.
Thank you very much, Peter. And it's such an honor to do this today. I'm so fired up about the opportunities that working with the exceptional people in our healthcare system provide for everyone in BC. It is this transformation today will literally make the difference in thousands of lives in the coming decades in BC, and it shows British Columbia, BC Cancer leading the way. I want to thank Dr. Kim Chi, his team at BC Cancer, who exemplify, I think, the spirit that everyone in healthcare, the people in the hundreds of thousands who work in healthcare in BC, have shown during the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to note, and the Premier has noted this, that about 1 in 2 British Columbians will develop cancer in their lifetime. In 2018, an estimated 28,000 new cancers were diagnosed in BC, and in 10 years, that number will increase dramatically to close to 40,000. Lung, breast, colorectal, and prostate cancer are the most common types of cancer in Canada and account for almost half of cancer cases. More people die of lung cancer than colon, breast, and prostate cancer combined. 3,300 new cases estimated in 2020, 2,500 deaths. And currently, less than 1 in 5 lung cancer patients live 5 or more years. This is heart-wrenching news for families when it comes, but it's also something we can do something about. The goal of lung cancer screening, that the Premier has just announced, is to detect lung cancer at its earliest stages. And it's been estimated through clinical studies that the screening we're talking about can reduce mortality by 20 to 25%. 70% of all lung cancers are diagnosed at an advanced stage, as the Premier said, when symptoms are already present. Early detection will result in improved survival rates. The target population for this new cancer screening program is approximately, in total, 90,000 people in BC. These are adults between the ages of 55 and 74 that currently smoke, have a heavy smoking history, or quit smoking within the past 15 years. Program development will begin immediately, and the program will be fully operational by the spring of 2021. This test, the cancer test, the screening test, is a low-dose CT scan, which takes minutes and is not painful. And our 67 CT scanners, and we'll be building out this network in BC, conduct about 800,000 screens every year. As you know, and as people know, BC currently offers screening programs for breast, cervical, and colon cancers. We have been leaders in the past. Our screening program for cervical cancer dates to the 1950s in BC. We were first in Canada for that. Our breast cancer screening program dates to the 1980s, 1988. We were first in Canada for that. And now we will be first in Canada to have a lung cancer screening program, but I think we will lead the country in that. And I am so proud of our team. I'm confident this will detect cancer early and improve mortality rates. We are fortunate to have strong partnerships in the Canadian Partnership Against Cancer and the BC Cancer Foundation, which is contributing $50,000 in 2020-21, $800,000 in 2021. The BC Cancer Foundation and Sarah Roth and her team just do this exceptional job. And a fundraising target for the lung screening program of about $1 million. I'm happy to say, because of the generosity of British Columbians, they exceeded their fundraising goal by $750,000. They raised a whopping $1.75 million to go towards vital equipment and the startup cost of the lung cancer screening program. Congratulations, and a special shout out, if you can imagine, to Shannon from Kelowna, who raised $1 million all on her own. This lung cancer screening program is one of recent actions the government has taken to invest in early cancer diagnosis and treatment. You spoke of the expansion of investment in BC cancer centres throughout the province with new state-of-the-art PET-CT scanners in Kelowna and Victoria. This is a great day for our program, and we are very, very proud that this will be the first lung cancer screening program in the country. And part of the reason for that is the extraordinary leadership of BC Cancer, of our Chief Medical Officer, our leader of BC Cancer, Dr. Kim Ling Chi, and I'm honored to introduce him now.
1 in 2 British Columbians will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. And of these cancer diagnoses, lung cancer is the most common and most deadliest. 6 British Columbians will die every day from lung cancer. Prevention and early detection are the keys to changing this statistic. And that is why I'm so pleased to be here today to take part in this groundbreaking First in Canada announcement. By introducing lung cancer screening in British Columbia and linking these efforts with prevention by smoking cessation programs, we can decrease mortality, increase the chance of cure, and improve survival from lung cancer. Lives will be changed because of today's announcement. Cancer research is a big part of what we do at BC Cancer, and lung cancer screening is no exception. Thanks to the leadership of Dr. Stephen Lamb at BC Cancer, who is an internationally recognized leader in the field of early detection of lung cancer, we have been running a clinical trial on lung screening for high-risk individuals for several years, and we are confident we have all the tools we need to successfully implement this province-wide program. Today's announcement has been years in the making, and there are many, many people to thank. While I won't be able to recognize everyone that deserves to be, there are some that I would particularly like to acknowledge. Dr. Lamb and his team, and all the people who have participated in the lung cancer screening trial. This is helping us get to today's announcement. All the oncologists and staff at BC Cancer who specialize in treating in lung cancer. I know they join me in celebrating today's announcement. Lisa Kahn, BC Cancer's Executive Director for Screening and Prevention, and her whole team who have developed the plan to implement the lung cancer screening program in the province. The Canadian Partnership Against Cancer, CPAC, who have advocated at a national level for implementation of lung cancer screening. We are proud to stand alongside CPAC as BC becomes the first province to announce an organized lung cancer screening program. The BC Cancer Foundation, who is the fundraising partner of BC Cancer, who have been supporting lung cancer research in British Columbia for decades. They have run a successful program campaign to help fund lung cancer screening in BC. I can't thank enough our foundation and all their generous donors across the province for all they do to help change the outcomes for people facing cancer in BC. And finally, today would not be possible without the leadership and investment of the Government of British Columbia. Premier Horgan and Minister Dix, as a result of their leadership bringing us today's announcement, the lives of many British Columbians will be saved in all the years to come. I'm pleased to be able to introduce our next speaker, Shannon Gall, who will be joining us from her home in Kelowna today. Shannon has lung cancer and currently receiving treatment at BC Cancer Kelowna. She unfortunately could not travel to be here in person with us due to the COVID-19 risk, which is a particular concern for vulnerable populations like those with cancer. Shannon will share a few words about her lung cancer journey, but also how she channeled her energies into raising funds for the lung cancer screening program in BC, all the while going through cancer treatment. As Minister Dix mentioned, Shannon, along with her husband, have raised $1 million for the BC Cancer's Foundation lung cancer screening program. Shannon, our heartfelt thanks to you and your truly inspirational efforts. Over to you. All the while going through cancer treatment.
My name is...
As Minister Dix mentioned, Shannon, along with her husband, have raised $1 million for the BC Cancer's Foundation lung cancer screening program. Shannon, our heartfelt thanks to you and your truly inspirational efforts. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Chi. My name is Shannon Gall, and I'm calling from Kelowna this morning. I'd like to acknowledge that the land I'm standing on is the traditional, unceded territory of the Syilx Okanagan peoples. I am one of thousands of British Columbians who is currently facing cancer. Just over 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. The diagnosis was devastating to our family and came as a shock, as I was only 45 years old at the time and I have never smoked. I received radiation treatment at BC Cancer in Kelowna and had surgery to remove a large tumor. My biopsy was sent to Vancouver, where a DNA analysis found that I had a genetic mutation called EGFR. I was enrolled in the personalized oncogenomics program and started taking a targeted drug therapy every day. The average stage 4 lung cancer patient only survives a few months, but I'm still here 2 years later. And as every cancer patient with advanced disease knows, every day counts. While I struggled to process why I have lung cancer, I was motivated to do everything I could to make something positive come from my situation. I decided to get involved and spoke at a BC Cancer Foundation luncheon meeting in Kelowna in 2019, where a record-breaking amount of money was raised for genomics research. However, cancer doesn't stop. So when I heard that the BC Cancer Foundation was looking to raise Gall and I decided that we would try to raise $1 million to help launch this initiative. We had met at Phillips, Hager and North in 1994, and Clayton still works at this BC-based wealth management firm. Most people know it simply as PH&N. Clayton and I made a donation and challenged past and present colleagues to beat or match us. In the first couple of weeks, over $500,000 was raised. Within 2 months, we hit our $1 million fundraising goal and are so grateful to everyone at PH&N for making this happen. The lung cancer screening program will benefit thousands of British Columbians. It could benefit you. It will probably benefit my children, something I am so grateful for. Clayton and I were inspired by people we know who have faced cancer. People in our family, Bob Hager, one of the original founders of PHN, and like every Canadian, we were inspired by Terry Fox and his incredible legacy. I would like to thank Premier Horgan and Minister Dix for inviting me to speak about the advancements in cancer treatment that the government of BC is getting behind. I'm thankful to BC Cancer and the BC Cancer Foundation for changing outcomes for cancer patients in British Columbia. Launching a province-wide lung cancer screening program is going to save lives. I'd like to now turn it back over to Premier Horgan.
Thank you so much, Shannon and Clayton, for your tireless work to make sure that your diagnosis has a meaning for many, many more British Columbians. We're all very proud of you, and you are now the inspiration you talked about in your remarks. So thank you so much, and for thinking about you today. I'm also a cancer survivor, bladder cancer, and it was early detection, early diagnosis that led to positive outcomes for me. This is available to many, many countless British Columbians, but not to many, many others. This lung cancer early detection program will save lives. It will transform families. And I'm so very, very proud of the work that BC Cancer does every single day. But in this instance, to lead Canada yet again, as we did with other cancers, is very inspirational. So thanks everyone for participating today.